Ashanat, Amambuaye, Ashanti, Eastern, Western, Central, Ghana, Menina, Amadia, Ghana, Mama, Maya, Fire, what you know, they need the beta, yes, you're in a say no. Constitution, I was saying, Sisemo, I face so expression, I was saying, Democrat, Nina Moye, I can't say, oh, Mamma Moye, and this is my, you know, MPP, my, Nina Moye, Ratukumasi, oh, Moye, Koshanat, oh, Moye.
Thank you so much. My member Munina Wajo Mama Club, I want to say. Sunday Munina Munimida Dame Pacho Medino, that's here OHENE David. Men son sem phone kwasa sem so menam ye mutu amenya kokodro mata fa me fa nsuo no mojam do jane du moja wa wagimi atabate se menhia ne kwasa ampa fo hemfo na omgu asante man ne de montumi ntie me program ntie ase da agibanyansa fa badwendwe ma madwene ne abie na da hot is a 16k pictures and as a 10G network. John Kitcha, Robert Amponsa, ene yenua Richard Owusu. Ye munyina masem makwaba. Wa join me about modern so we share video no na am afofro so nsa kan bi. Se wo ha na na wani jimidwumadi ho a wonya ba ya mpacho adofo ene supporters no wo be like e de ama yense ya why like my yensa mpacho boswa. Wa obi o ho a owura obi life so anu ahia ase no request mesrɛ mo sa ankofo no muntu mo ho fo pa tu ho fo pa se ekoye mistake dia woni problem bia but waba obi nya nkasa na de meka no request me a me de me ho kra me nchi a me ho nwie nchi a madofo nwie wose kwa me ni me nya oden ende makasa asem no nti muntu mo ho fo aha ye nwurewura mu rofrof me gina so na ya soso camera na ya bie mic na wawuram na wabesia akwahye toilet so na wonne na wo chim na wo ta na wo dwonso ukom ma fifiafia omo soso camera ya chese tan kura ina no asante for ma fifiafia omo se omo ba so omo bekwa masante na wieye akowie odoburu ni so no ni asoso na we awura bathroom na ni twemu dwonso bebrebe obete eh wow ai me ba mo dem ya me jo saba ba mu gura sesem no no water wa toilet no no water pii Briam dream chua nti uba mfasa ala every day inspiration me jam I had the train my menfa topic na ntudwa yedi hu nkomo wia na mafrɛ no aba na wabɛkyerɛ adwen na akɔda din ha ye mene ne medwonson entita wo toilet so e ma ne mebam e wa ha first no say na mba life obi wo wa no request o wie boni din so o mra o bete hey what that to do you no kra ready enti me da wan say asante in speech no ha ye ba be boni nyina akire efiri ben na nan ni ne wate ya ne se ana sante hene na wo te se ase abrofo ntumi nchikire America ne afra sante ne so omra me chikire wo hwe ye nuan ma sante fo yi a te se awurade omo di sante hene chi no wo magimia mo so ni eni asasi so se sante hene mema speech black for na ye oma de omo wo botaye da so Harvard University no omo wo mo ne ma omo ye program bia ne anasa nhihye bia ombeye no se ne efa ho no ne apeso nkrofo ne de omo aba omo se ye bibi ti se ode sen we ye de ben hwan ode sen governance wo mo omo ye ehemfo omo de ehemfo ne bu oman no what am I say? Oh, you're from saying cry. Oh, I'll try some make kind of has actually. Into you do what? You shema because of something what link. Harvard University oko share Ghana for go on more muko school. Ghana for professors here oh any ade. Baby mami can't tell America now on Ghana for I well ye monarch one you know. And you realm no and na sante hene nkrofo no ba ko se wa onim. Some no ka say asante hene no pia de mpacha mechirim convoy any motorcade se wahu sa convoy bi na yesi abefa sante hene me baba abechire mu mechira prices ye de hands ade no ne hia nsam ye family amoska nti we awakoye no ho no ye bra ode sen ya dabo enne ya dabo pese okọ na ma no convoy ni sika na kire obeya me ama no convoy enkofo a wo mudi hu dwuma ye wo private institutional wo madwuma to operate so open convoy a baba be ma or the saying sa convoy treat no ya han na it's a funeral pepe me da say o pese ye ma befitting barrier and funeral service a ye won kofo ho o makwada mu a ye nim efunu kuta ye nim se na ye difunu si wo or one uniform. Very good. Why are there? Enti saa na we no so no. Etie na obi nim enti mechire machire prices ni nyina. Ekwa akodu ba bi say okay. Wonya posifo mo meye sa adwuma no ma because enya state wan na ekoso. Enti wanya police ya American police. Ama na ba mabebo pa ya off duty police. Mako ye de ni nyina abre me ha sei. Enti yababa na ya kire mu na ohwe sante hene ma na speech na ehwa ye so boring and enipa na abuti se ma edikan no ehwa ne ye kwa akote asante twaba e ware tie me na kire bedeyin na asante twaba de gina hon ma ye kire bedeyin asante no for de ate agu shira bazan afe ne ye beka no kwa 3 minutes na brofito no muntu mentrance na de na kwa ejire na onkasa me enko na de eni opanyine oda no Mr. Hwan no wan wa hwe yes, was the friend of him. Ya renti. Bibia ya rent afe na ye blabehwe areho. Enti medam ase. Per hour. Wangu. Oso kura wo kura no ye rewre mama wo abai kura ne ade. O se pe bibi o kura se akwa akodi. Was David, that wasn't his convoy. Me catch it out with the bunya botre. Nti ewia ne aba convoy bia ye share da edidi wo mukotwitwa de besi sante ne de American asem kire asante eba lies uwiase wonam na hu asante ni me na me nkrofo ne wo na American asem ya kire wo ade o mo mpe kura so na me ye no asante fo mo pe no kure ba ko mo na ya no mo join me ha sei ne me kasa no entity ope o mo ye ntrofo power asasi so a uhu santini ya dwane santini woni santini dili ahwa uhuye tiena make atro no majority of them aya kromfo adadafo kontompo pa entro kontompo ti me baba bedwudwa ni nyina mu ade asi wo ho ene ne akoduru nyina no mebɔ mmɔden a na mede ni nyina abre osisi a bom ade o say me doka actually was very true me program ya se beje dio se ne ofa ne bia me ka no kran dia to mfie du ebeso aba ma ofa ebeboa wo mo anu ma mo pese mo kokodwa ntwi program ne binom na me dia to so no se o pese o kokodwa program ne bia frɛ number yɛ that's 077 na me de to so no bo mmɔden asa obɛfrɛ na wagye wo ticket tie enne ɛyɛ ukuada adekye Saturday ya ebe na wotwe entitie na wotwe ne 1 week any 2 days bi na da so enti mesra mo a o calculate ya wa be 1 week 3 days and 1 week and on the 5th of September na kodwantwi ene mewe eba Dominion Center UK ti mesra mo monto mo ticket na yenhia wo honom menso ochena echi na mede me ticket na ebebre mo why mede ase bebre mo a mo pensuo no monko ho awrade na ontu nsuo kama ema mo why mede ase papa ye pe no wakanto amna tua Millicent sika no nti mesere oba bia obehu no wakanto no ka kire so ohene David sika na akoko wiaye no fa ne aka no ne watua amna aka no fa kososo nyesa da bia wei ena odada ma so ni yire enso ne yire emma ne guo prokosen no a wo mu afifin ono ankasa ne hwene mu fin na so mu fin ne ase fin be ma fo kankan sei kwa hia sei yo no nam na odada ma nti onfa sika no enko ententem uye no free ho no ma ubenya yenua ba yefre no hwan no ose Dorcas one nana ayensua momma modern samba kan tena saba bi ono so obia onfa sika no nko now yemfa yedwumadie ne enhyehyɛ so sa wo ha no pese wo ko school UK so a fofofo abana de ato ho ose untua sika bia wo no je $1 mpacha obra na me fa sika ma na afi me so menhwire ensim why me das Aqua Blue Sea swimming pool kona kokoje wo swimming pool ene ho ne nyina why yankwai as ande ne sesen kohwini no sande ne kohwini me ba be bona nanu masem nyina akyerewo enkomo bia ekoso ewo Harvard University no me ba be boni nyina de akyerewo asante na nkenya asasem bia ne nsema okokan ho nyina no ento asomo na obete nsem na da mpacho tio ma relax no me de niam atofom boko amawi na ka akyerewo se nsema asi ewo asante hene speech no de koma na ase no aje David no be say adwuma no enti yankwai na otumfo say to say ya invite no ewo Harvard University na one of the speech no na maboa no kama say ne me family na so tie bi tama time o kasa nesema o kan bia ne ho na o de sen ehye nkura na ase nyansa bia wo nkwase akeka na tambia muni masante hene so waye no ho se tambia obabo ne ho aba so asante hene waye no ho se obe praise no ho ade a onye ohu nipa na wakodwa nanum se oye nti bomodin na tie ansan adwumadie ne bekoso no asante hene ekro no mo ba kai se maka kire mo se otumfo se tutu kwan a ankanka ne se oba abrochire no osesa nkrofo ka no ho we mu ne bo mentwene we ne kuta mechirinye we ana mami appellations we ana kan we no kan asem we mpacho abna henkan utwemu fin wa ha de ma ha mekeka sankasasem no tenachiro na team din why oba fon kankan yi tenachiro na tie na oya de ya asante ne nothing stops me se mekasa fa no asante ne just ibini bi o wa asante mantem onim nyansa America na ode hwa no no onse mokura na mesimi nuru ho bet wo ntima menka we hwemoni gi age se sante na ba broni krum aden ya broni krum school e wo ho invite ne so mema speech nwanwa be na se wo ho ye frɛ ne se wo mema speech e wo Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology ana se onko Legon onko ma speech ana school bia ono onsi school ni bi nti onko school bi monko ma speech nka ne nwanwa ne se speech no so nye ene wuyo twere keke twere nsema ede ye penipa ma ma ba na we na America no owo link e wo honum na o ma connect na yinatum okwa nsem bi okwa akoka bia ejimisem nkwase akeka nyansa ba akokura enim nti sante hene si efra na ba be kasa wa yi a wonye kurase ni a broni na wo se won broni no obaso obedi so se wo mpene won ne kon ye no nti wo ye great no ene broni no wo kasa woni kroma no ani age na nkorofo hurihuri eche mo ye nkwase ampafo inferiority complex na ye kan wasem no ene nie wo to ubu broni sin bibini eche sande no oni munyansa se wa watimi akekire ukro na nka broni no ono no wo hanoma ye krabehwa enko ba hanoma ne ye ho say yes, the black man is capable of doing or managing their own affairs. Black man is able or capable to do or anase make his own country. Now so to a krasini bibia ne we koso o mpesi aso we ne niam ema mi say asante hene onimu nyansa so to me value broni dear so much ya na wo ntumi nya wo so ye ho akese ma me meti ye me broni because me say nya broni kra enka me phone me nya bi kra na matena ni mu nyansa be ne why ko phone nyansa be ye betete pineapple ana say or the same ye de tua ya so akase ma na ye be ye ntabo e de ataya so broni anda roma wo na o say broni ni ma nko abetumi aye enso broni ja ma wa besi ne ukro no wa say na da honom no sorry I know we Jamaica come wade nti ye jase ye me divi photo bi to so bacha love no so mame and then I like me baby san wow oh wow yes I didn't me that say mo mama me more likes no twedi amponto mo nkwane munya mo so I also try why me na o ka say ya mama 7,200 likes. Thank you so much, I really appreciate, very I appreciate it. Me jitumpa wati me damase we who hear me pa, let me check which of the must I put on right now. Very good, this is what I was ambacho hesudin hwade am de to so hwade hwenem de to so idin hwade am de to so say eno anko ade ambacho no we other one. Let me check for the where is the before. Okay, here now let's go. Kan soro debia me kan sembi kire mo na monyimi ni da nanse ya na me ye program I think say July no ana June na June asante ne ye de ne fra high level delegation call Canada ya ho nsem ba ya na ye didi nkomo no na me kire mo asante ne kwa niam oye no asisa nkofo twa ne ho ahia we mu na bon twene di machi we mu na me kwa wo mo ka kire bede di machi we num na mo ye me pia wo we mu so elekura me kire nye we mu na boda ruma me we kura me chaw we na fira me ntoma we na opepa me motuam we na yesei o de san nkofo no kwa no akoje omho enti ye wo majority of people and many people asante hene enam kana na ne kuntuna ase asoa wo maka no azif say ye kwani akwa akodi akwasi dai awukudai trumudai afahye medi me birthday me ye say nana me tukwan no asesa wo maka no okope no akoje omo UK okope waje omo South Africa okope waje omo UK or the same America okpe bi obeko no say eho interested Ghana for nkwa de a no asesa omo no akoje omo me kan ye nipa antemase pa cha kan ne osoro no sesen kan ne nko kan ne osoro no sesen. All drummers of the Asante currently living in America linked up to serve the king. La la balabu si kabarayalabi mahambiri biribi ye barabarabi lukata barabus. Old drummers. Pacho one more bonchne Asante no. Old drummers of the Asante currently living in America, they linked up to serve the king. Onye king. Sane mu Jimmy Baby. Nanka esa moko Canada, nanka mo de bonechi. His Royal Majesty King Otumfuo Setu. Because of say sa no ya ya chu de bia e wo Canada because ho King Charles ase nti oduru ho ne ye ne cardinal. His Lordship Cardinal wan. Otumfuo entwene bofo a wo mo ete America say itie. The old drummers of Otumfuo Osetutu wo mo te America say enti nkofo a hu wo ha no wo mo botwene ma Otumfuo Osetu e wo na hemfie nana e wo Ghana no omo nana ebo entwene edema no asantene nam kana na kwan so wafa wo mo so wo kɔbɔ ntwene ama me wa America na wafa wo maka no ho paba ma okɔpɛ osmunwane na wo de tua wu me no ka say I contacted the ICE semonim ICE me contacted wo mo page no ma me mfa wo nkɔ obiem na nkɔfo mu ne America no omo ebe advice o say please intuition hanoma ICE Police Department Maryland omo ni nti me contact wo mo no I'm from I say Icefield but I don't know if you can see her Icefield enya ice cream where the ice for na nkasa tubo omo yini so na BSC no ma kan kire say do report a crime woman number no either say obefrɛ team number no na wo ba bia ho no ma so ready no enti wo mpa yi bia na wabo report crime no so wo report crime no so na ebia na afi wa ba be fill information na ewo ha no ma me de kire no na wa ba be fill or say yes I will give feedback and answer oh ebia no thanks enti oboso a na o ma hyase aba be busa wo question enti mo amopese mo report no pacha monye asante ne flyers no wa abonten ade ba ko ehia pa eye location a wo mo di dwumadie no o report asante ne asoa nkrofo abeguma wode o maba no ommo mo nko na secondly one more mbaba kwesi dani bi yet 30th ni nyina no so no about 90% of them ni krata a o de America ho to mbaba dwumadie na se timi madiki aye report se o mo modin anko na o mo twere ba se ya yen report bibiri unya report ba ko o mo masom nti if you think say na o de ama na accurate a o mba ye ho adwuma se koba se o mba hia feedback ya me suro nti yebusa me a yebusa wo email ni yebisa odin ni yebisa wo address me di bibia hye mu ma wo mu nti wo so ensuro wo de email wo de wo address ni bibia na wo de ahyem na wo de amom na sante hene mema bibia fa nani so ewo na yi na sente enie o say is this an emergency call NF 911 na mom sa opese wo report bibi edema ICE for no na se enye emergency dia no wahyase wa are you law enforcement officer no wabo no so menye law enforcement officer but your questions ye bebusa no eno na mahase eda na di kire wo no we a robot o se da bi na waba na questions no de edoso ye pa questions no doso nipa no woye nuboni ana woye se yana immigration ho sensem Canada waye de ben wafa he wakoha waye se sanse ni nyina ombebusa wo nti omo busa ni nyina bia na wabɔ mmɔden na wo so ode ahyehye ma yeden ama omo kama we me no niema no doso nti no mentumi emobɔ ni nyina so has are you LE or say field is required into no niema na aka no okay has enti bomodin ice field wo munie menya sene asante for tumi tena say yen hye de ntwa ntronto David so no we mimitima ye din ama I don't care who you are if you think so to David I don't go there if you think you listen to David akwese na ekona uni krata mema ye ade atoho amomasom niema ombusa na na matwere ato ha sei de ama ho ti wo pesa wo twere ICE for na Maryland ICE ubetumi ya contact wo mo ko Google sei si a na kokobot nieme me de kire wi obo ICE no watwere field FIELD offices now the Maryland natural so ICE US immigration and debe no mpacho wo mo niema no ho no also report sasante hene asisa or the say enkrofo e de atwe afama ba wo ba beje omo nyina e wo hanom e binom nso wa America ho a wo mo nikrata wo mo beko dwumadie na se date na fama omo wo se 30th check ya kwesi date no wo kwa asante fo mwa ne bi page a wo mo omo di sante hene chi no wo be hu date na omo de ye no yusu sa date no pekura sign twe flyer na baako na fa hye we sei num ema omo duru ba bia o sei wo betumi a brief wo omo about the whole incident no watwere a hye ho se ne maka ne ya undocumented migrants or free Ghana and the Edo Mabani Bilim so order that Ombeshia wa hasi ewo date we omo modern ko no nkonko ye adwuma se be ya ombeso omu no mu bibiri no omukuta criminal record pa no maba betena or the same honom mu ye ne sa pepepe papa anya hwe abone nya hwe o baba report David ama me wadwuma mpo no me ma ye video wadwuma no nipa da se ne atwa etumi aye report wo ho de abma adwuma no nyina head say akwa we wo madwuma ma ya no aso live enti monhwe na se mera bi wo ha monfa nche no we also not you don't post anything about yourself, how you go to work, how you sleep, how you do there, nothing. I go and work. So okay, adwuma so na unim na utwa adwuma be kire say aha no report say ni party intimate Miami report kama obi a obekwa kwasi den ase wo krata akwase boko uni bia wo de ko na boko yeso no mu a obeka me si maye me san save maye nti na me ka kire no kwan abefa so abe report no wo report ama ice ya mpacho from Maryland ewo hin state ben wo say Washington DC wo de actually DC Washington DC eho enewo unya yesa ombesom kama no makoye omadwuma me da say I say God bless you God bless that nation King David me da say bibiri yankwaye wo mo asante hene ntwene ewo Ghana omkodi America koye den ho on say ababesi ne America no so on say me say bi America from the one maka kire mo we nya me na me ye yo hwesoro ubehu asante heritage asante for no wo pages back a ono de n'adwuma ne say ye mo say the same aka kire asante twaba TV asante kotetente TV asante tumutente TV asante twasumi TV asante motom TV asante dono TV asante kotre TV ne de menya bi okwan ma wo say obi a mie page ewa asante ni dim wo benya followers no wo ma bia ma fe kura de aginsem nti ebi na me de kire wo we na etwere de to ho mehu ye na 1 hour ago ena oba ba kire say asante hene wo mo bontwene ma ne dada no ya twe o nyina akogu aburichire and all say ye kasa na obi ba live me live na se obetwene moade anano afro so na odi atema they are part of and they are one of the people na asante hene efa o mu free Ghana o so hene Maryland is on state next to mama here Maryland is on state next to Maryland are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. And mo na munim eja mo America na munim state no why? Mo na munim state no nti no madaroma. I stand to be corrected. Thank you so much. Enti hwade old drummers of the Asante Hene no. Currently they are living in United States. In the United States. Enti Asante Hene ba ye womo edemika akọ som Asante Hene unim ne ntia we mu aba no enkanya de se ubehu old one ahwanfo yi nanso omo Asante Hene wia wo mo de omo bewura mu no sa mre mensi obi so America mu onyina ye ba ya ye de ne ba besi ye no ye de we ma replace omo ayi fum pam omo ko enti wa ye de obaba obeye boko no watimi atrem na ne ma fa ma ono na wada ne twineboni abiri ana na beba tina na eba no wo mo mbo ntwini nyina wo ka se me wo life na me kasa oba obeba be ka se papa there be because Asante Hene na twina egbo a wo bo ma Asante Hene wo Ghana e na ma Asante Hene yi no a wode ne bai o say bro be careful the curse you pronounce on Asante Hene it will come back to you and your entire generation why okra madome wa brabo Angela Boateng ifri ne kro me de gogo me gu twem me de ball e wokumasi nyina gina wase bibia makan bia ye no kure bia mo mpese mbo bi mo aso maginti enna ne no me mra mo so ene nepa ena sensu yiro se landslide se dia ben mesi nipa akuma mo no me crash ahye me nepa mo mpe no kure nti wo oba funwe no mede kumasi ball nyina gina wase obeme bia ne betene bia bejawo wo sawi ya akokora wo ya abrewa wo ya hwan yo mesi mede ball nyina gina wase e de bi gina wanum nipa ntumi mmen wo kwasia jimi kakra excavator motete akwantum mo jimia mam ye hu mo so mfaso mo firi he yanko entine asante hene nkura no o mama me ho asan my vindicated Maryland is a state in United States medase pa enti ene na ne yete no tie sa uhwe ne maka to ho asante hene he wo besen ko Netherlands ne Europe nkuro na asante hene bana ya bane ne dendende na sesei ani da no so da bia obaye na adwen so obetu ne nan e de asisi sai nkuro we mu no ye watch ne te se ha de osura o Europe de osura o osura papa we fa Germany num ne ade ne ho ahwan no osura time because oyeless mistake nanka nyame ye madom pa makwasie da kro no de fufari Germany twintwan awuradi nyankopon enti fast forward no bacho no asante hene o tu kwan a ne bone a wadidi no ebi na aso aba wo ho no old dramas of the asante hene no currently or more live in America no wo mo ababa bishia no enti where are the new dramas bacho new dramas na ye do mo ba chirinye kutafo ene ade wo mo nyina do mo aka ngura babam obi adwane wokọ wo mo nyina do mo adom because Kumasi bon kan omo ntumi ntina kuro num ena ono so nye na adwen so obechichiri kuro no enti yenkwai ye koni akwa akotie asante hene speech no asante hene speech sane ubetie ene ne meka ho no mbacho wa otena se a debi enye chema ntumi a bacho chema ntumi mate se watwe ne ho afiri ayinum ekire ne aka no asem enti afa yenkwai na menko ba asante hene ne speech ne enchire mo tawaso ye sebe ya obo hu ne meka ho asem na china wanka se bia wante why medase pa
Saji fogu nyegwaso kwasa tunadwe kasangeni. Saji fogu nyegwaso kwasa tunadwe kasangeni. Kwasa kwani kase kwade.
Nipa tenase nana. Ya the floor ne mawo. Ya what distinguished guest. Special guest speakers ya frɛ wo mo baaye. Kasane enkono, pa cho muntie.
Kasangeni. Kotokonyini kase krobia ine kasangeni. Mema krobia ine fi amani kotokungeni. Mema krobia ine fi amani kotokungeni. Asante chanjot mo champonu fungeni. Asante chanjot mo champonu fungeni. Asante sesiebo smeditien. Asante sesiebo smeditien. Krobia santinade kasangeni. Krobia santinade kasangeni. Setutori wodi werislo. Setutori wodi o personal dia asumdwe ba tat memni Ghana menina
we amena o ka say wo bi atro wo ya no atwe nani no na ade asem ni adan ewrade ye wo na onka say na de no mo kire yi kwai
na dia asumdwe le nkabombo asante mani Ghana menina binya sebi anko baby lego bakana ne flamp no demle ferisi ni mongo mi goda ko yadunyen lego na dia ko boje jota tot mo champon fungen o to sika sama na de jakungen jakwe bo ba ko dun flawo ona flawo flamp no demle o saji fogu nyagwasingen o pesa tunade kasangen o kubaje ko ba de fa kunyagwasi ajunga chemewa
wa munye yo wo jina ho wa ya ready eso okasa enti muntie ha afe na yabo mwasem na wie na kasa na muntie me man warning se wa fa na foforo ne na henie na wode nam de ne ho be kire tuatua sika ne mpanyfo bi atwitwa foto e de agenedin a okwa amane nkobo Ghana din wo ho na na tie me bo se ma David ansa na matoa so yen so kwase bia so wo sori a wotu emu wonya Ghana ni wo mpe papa ma Ghana wotu nyina wadwen e de dankofo aman so santene na kikire South Africa UK America e ho na o kikire won kikire o de sen Ghana krobia na o ka ho no kra no na komanim ntimbaka ya America sana me ma santene won say free na kro wo ko ba bi na kodu a na metate ne say acheme let them understand that I bring them greetings from my president John Mahama and the people of Ghana. And I'm catching and say, hey, if you know Koko baby, but oh, Munam and tell Biana na make a mebwa. One and now how it is answered. No, my man warning about 3 consecutive times. And then Oko and what here? Make us so Baba can I bring you warm greetings from Ghana president and one. I on behalf of my wife, my children, and the Ashanti, the Wine, I bring you greetings.
On behalf of my dear wife and children, and on behalf of the chiefs and people of Asanteman, I bring you warm greetings.
Piao, last year no. Okwa say ya. Okwa fa Asante kwa kasa hweye na wankobo Ghana din wo ho otuo no wo ye Ghana tamfo ye hwehwe Ghana fa ahodie na mo nka ho mo soliti ai mo konya senka ye nkoso anyenkoa owi ana ba beka se jamodo ne man senye kwa me nkroma ka moda so ya kwa mabruni ne wampene anka ho am ye nya fa ahodie anka ada part no be pene akwa jo mfa ahodie na nka wakoso ahye bruni ase wo hu Asante himfo atie senye kwa me nkroma ka Asantefo nyina da se ye nkoane komutumi nkonye omo ho kwan bia so da biko musa moje mo ho enye ka na mo te se Suriname ka na mo be ye se Suriname fo mo ba koso a hye wo mo ase no ma control mo ene kra ye se yaje ho kra mbo te se na nka mo me se asiso ba ko biem me ma Asante ne won no watie enti ne nkasa ye mu no oh mumfa mkasa samko tie.
And on behalf of the chiefs and people of Asanteman,
Debbie.
I bring you warm greetings.
Debbie,
on behalf of my dear wife and children.
On behalf of my dear wife and children. Mama Mure mfise nansane na Asante ni kodruye no. Ne yire ene ne ma ne ba be hia no kwan. Uwi aka kire mse okoya adwuma ma hwan Asante. Mo ho mo bo se odi amon nyire mo ho na mo mpe ne mu bedie emani me chiao mo mpe ne mo amobedie ne mo benom ne mo beda ne mo behye ne mo befira ne mo daache enchi ma ne mo ba on be yisu na mo fam ani nto Asante hene so ne yire ne ma ne be hia no kwan akoya adwuma ma hwan When serious.
Children. And on behalf of the chiefs and people of Asanteman, I bring you warm greetings.
Quiet.
I'm deeply honored to stand before you at Howard University today, an institution whose history occupies a distinguished place in the intellectual, political, and social advancement of people of African descent. I express my sincere appreciation to the Executive Board of the Millennium Excellence Foundation and to the leadership of Howard University for extending this invitation to me and for creating this opportunity for us to reflect together upon matters that concern not merely Ghana or Africa, but the wider historical family of African peoples across the world. Howard University is more than an institution at which knowledge is transmitted and academic degrees are awarded. It's an institution of memory, intellectual courage, social responsibility.
Or my speech now, or come my yakan once my can about your TV.
And service.
Since its establishment, it has helped generations of men and women of African descent to demonstrate that education is not simply a pathway towards individual advancement, but also a responsibility towards society. Its commitment to truth and service makes this university an especially appropriate place to consider the relationship among governance, cultural preservation, traditional leadership, and the reconstruction of meaningful bonds between
about governance. You say we on onimade a friend governance. You ba mamua we onimade kro. Onimade a friend amamuo. Amamuo with corruption. Ehunahuna popo. Tumi nyina kuta obi antumi nkasa. Wo kan ye fine na ye ntumi nkwahyen wo. Obi antumi nkwahyen wo. Wo di sika, wo wia sika, wo kumoman no. Wo nko a obi antumi nkanwe. Enne we gyina ha ti atwe ne paper so ama no onko kan ne fefefe no wabusa se waka wona no kwa na mpacho eba ne ya asante hene dien e na ono so tumedi ye eba amamu a we yankwai
between Africa and its diaspora.
Kwai
The theme placed before us is profound because it brings together three subjects that are too often considered separately.
Kwai
Governance concerns the
Howard,
organization
yeah,
of power
Howard
and
University. Aye.
Culture concerns the meaning a people give to their existence. And the diaspora concerns the survival of identity across geography, displacement, and historical rupture. Yet beneath all these three lies one fundamental question. How does a people organize itself, understand itself, and transmit to future generations an inheritance worthy of preservation? My proposition this evening is that traditional leadership, when exercised with integrity, wisdom, accountability, and respect for constitutional government.
Traditional leadership na me bo me back no. Traditional leadership and Howard University no. Wo mu di hu dwuma enam so ma ye kopɛ wo mu traditionally wo mu nso edi amayanim no traditionally nti obi a ye betumi akofa kwa ohine ye betumi afa hwan. It depends on what link na betumi aye ni speech your ma we hwan nkwala nketenkete ko university bi kra na betwere ni atwere di ama no eduru hanoma an eba traditional leadership a ene se with the accountability sante hene onya ye gbemi onye flefle onye pin useless man
to future generations an inheritance worthy of preservation. My proposition this evening is that traditional leadership ne saying tie no when exercised with integrity
wo di emudie ebe som traditional leadership no baako ni say with the integrity just emudie a ehon tie wo nkofo atwa ho hia wo ne omo ebu asanteman bantamahene wi abosom dodo sen bantamahene wa wi asase aton dodo sen bantamahene nkonya tuntum wa wi adodo sen bantamahene bone dodo sen wa ya na wi America onwa baako yayi na firimenu ano no onye nipa obetimi aye leader na damfo ne one na ekọ na eba na mbokusi atafere asantehene ka asem we na me ben na ka me bona suma fa nachi ko hwini
wisdom
and say what did nimdia ba na wanya abrochi akoba bebrebe ahonidie keke fa de ba okrom ka woni bi ko hwini
ability and respect for constitutional
organize
itself, understand itself, and transmit to future generations an inheritance worthy of preservation. The proposition this evening is that traditional leadership, when exercised with integrity, wisdom, accountability, and respect for constitutional government.
Accountability and respect for constitutional governance. What we constitution cry Ghana no. Now okra wasn't constitution is saying. o constitution ne ehunahuna ne apopo o nkwa aba betena se ameno no menka sem magana ha ko to bia na nanim na papa we abo accountability ho ne hia me pa traditional leadership ya ade a ye ka ye ntimi nya accountability wo so be man nima ma ye fine benkum ebe hu ne ni fan ye na ni fan hu ne benkum ye obi nhye suma se nye ketase hye mampo hene osei ya wo wuye wo se mamponfo tumi bebo no kwa adu na wa aka kire omo se osei de mi ntu ne da ne mo ka nyina ose bone no mpo wa ya me ka kire wo mo se wo nko na mafre ne fie na mafre ne fie nwa na me ne di nkomo asande ne wa kwa akonya oduru nipa anim a ho na wo kan nsem doko ma hu se ase we nipa papa osu nipa bonefo kromfo kohwini dwamamoni ehunahuna nipa wotu ewu ye slave master me ka kire se sebroni da so die so a onam so na edi yen so. So traditional leadership ne say oversharing accountability you dey tell on the hear me
this evening is that traditional leadership when exercised with integrity wisdom accountability constitutional
abuwa wotu ono wo the accountability e bibi kire me accountability e koso no way for be man we sika say ya tese we say wo ye education wan bi mfie mienu ntem san ba say papa sika na de be hye ba sante hene soman wa mpie mpo se mo kan kire mo say na mu akonta na de mu akonta de bi e da su kuta tetisem no mu mena mo ka say ye nkwa akiri na anu ada na ba say mpacho ye nyigi sika hill confanoche project ye nyigi sika nkonkwohwe confanoche na owu ena nkofo etua sika pefo e ba ye ba bia ye tua millions of dollars baby obi ba ye o ma $500,000 $100,000 $1 million $3 million ye share that trade ni na obuku bi ye kwa ni etutu afim me pacho nipa na oda no confanoche CEO no Joma hama ba ye yi ba ko na fi ho ba ko na ono no kwa afoforo ya ba na afoforo ne sei mumu akontant me na niema bi ni ade bi nsisi o mo se komanhia se wo pa accountability a komanhia no o pe hwan na de be komanhia mba cho ye se wo kwa asante no do mu akontant ha ho nko wo kwa na ade se wo behu ba bi afa enti asante na kopi America o ka kire Mimi David ani matiefo se traditional leadership ne se obi ade accountability asem we ananan a wogina ho kan enti enye mo nwanwa jeso enye nwanwa.
This evening is that traditional leadership when exercised with integrity wisdom accountability and respect for constitutional government remains an important part of the answer to that question.
Ati kushini nipa bonefo pie nipa ni ma wakasa dedede so ye mesisa nipa se wo asase so ebi ye ma ebi ye mema mesi mahunu bi da opie no kwa abantinu a na kro fi ayo mi kro anu ka na hwankra no ye mpacho masem kwa meche na mom me kwa ko diga akọ ye diane am na di na nso wo ba fia wonya wode ne se wura hwenim Mary, wo eja yetia meka me kope phone wo se ope iPhone me kope iPhone ama no me wi a ne ring e hye no se wo hohoro ne ma sinkim me to bi da kwa koma na me wi a no ma yesi na ma makoye shopping kakra ama no no se ma die ya ne omo anti no me koye wo boa wo duru fia me dia no we ni joso aba na nipa aba ntu hu ya wo to odobere sa no pa cho ko hwe nkura se kasa bi nti o nipa bi a nipa anim wo mkinka wo manimu eyete so mo ye nipa papa na omko akiri wa niema omo ye ne ho no ehu ebi ne asante hene asante hene din a wo pie nipa mu na se nipa na ne sa de na ya sete so oba wo bewo na ne sa gugu na chi asante hene pa na abra ne ho asese sante hene ne ho nipa na ne sa na okwa ne akoka o papa no wada fom blewo yeso ye boko munim no wo odi asem wa ahemfia ya momese nkɔhwe dimpenfo yatem wonna wo ayi kanya se number 2 na wodi nkwasasem ne ade wanya amane mofa etam bo ne fa so monkono sesi amenko two-faced human being and ogina ho no shameless asantene shameless and you have been exposed big time once I leave ajimawu sandene o kom bai ba da bia o bom pa ya o hene David sa akala ne de ihia ne kese menya wudi asante hene me wuja wa wasum bejo kakra na sa meti asi na ne meti ma wo meti asi denina mespozi wo nkwasi asema waye fa sentimentem won de mi bie manwa me kasa expose ni nkwa sa me jasi ya ohine da bia me kan wasemu koshini santehene wo ti oni ma dey friend accountability.
The traditional leadership when exercised with integrity, wisdom, accountability and respect for constitutional government remains an important part of the answer to that question. Traditional leadership should not be understood merely as an institution inherited from the past, nor should culture be reduced to ceremonial display.
What? You cut traditional leadership and yeah, necessary ceremonial display nkwa. Sorry, ani afantwe gong na eba na opia na chinyesis ni ehim. Na ya anom de seke ahyehe ha na nkrofo bi ede wo man no ekeka nkukoti. Ya ka akukoti na moja sonigu ni adibidi e wantam wanyina ya sisa nkrofo bi die nyina ede asere ya nim ka bati nyina de aye ho. Ni ani ayeko ya hyehyehyi am ya ni ayeko ye pe obi amanaka say traditional leadership enye say yesori a ceremonial hwan nko a munti asante hene tie no tie
to that question. Traditional leadership should not be understood merely as an institution inherited from the past, nor should culture be reduced to ceremonial display. Properly understood, both are living resources that can contribute to good governance, social cohesion, peace building, education, development, cultural confidence, and the renewal of relationship between Africa and the peoples of African descent throughout the world. Governance is frequently confused with government. Yet while government refers to the formal institutions of the state, the executive, the legislature, the judiciary, ministries, public agencies, the administrative machinery through which public policy is implemented, governance is wider. It concerns the manner in which authority is acquired, exercised, limited, and transferred, how resources are managed, how disputes are resolved,
how resources are managed. Awurade nyankopon sande hene senra now be me akase ni mesi de me sabe nkuma ko left na me dia hwe wasoma besia ko ni fote kwiaw bo wasoma fi ube nkuma ko nifa eya ofe amam penfo bi ne ba e wo frɛ Russia president oba begina abekasa obeka Russia wo frɛ French president Macron obeka French ne akirima ba yi wo frɛ we no oba wo mo beka wo kasa wo ti wo kasa kra wo mpe kasa kra ntumi nka eye ne atwe ama no kwaku reader no abegina traditional leadership ne say senior young resources you manage no anoka papa yin kwasa asem o keka ne no aminya na ka me hwe ne ba wo
in which authority is acquired, exercised, limited, and transferred, how resources are managed, how disputes are resolved, how leaders are held accountable, how the vulnerable are protected, and how society defines and pursues the
senior be hold the leaders accountable. Senior be manage and resources. Senior be na dia ben dia enti papa we wonu wogina wo kasa nti obi abasa na me ba yese me ba be hold you accountable me ba boko yese munku no sande hene wo mu akonta wate sande hene wono no ono ane ono a sande hene hwe wanya pa what na sia se asantin sa asinyina ye forest nyina wase no ne ye dodidi so nyina wase no ye nsu ayenum nyina wase no ye bibia wo asantimantem wase no wako jina university tiamu say how leaders will be held accountable. Makomachi o mese mamuntie ne kwa wo. Me ba se be program ama se me ba be di agro tie.
Implemented, governance is wider. It concerns the manner in which authority is acquired, exercised, limited, and transferred, how resources are managed, how disputes are resolved, how leaders are held accountable, how the vulnerable are protected, and how society defines and pursues the common good.
How the vulnerable are protected as Andine. Wosema papa. Nyame be tua woka. Nyame de onya ba Asantehene besa. O Asante abosom na wo matena ho no me se wo ma anya wo ho adwuma anya wo nyadua menni wo mso. Enua tumi, abo tumi, nsuo tumi, nsase tumi, ewiem atumfo a wo mo wo Asante mantamu. Se oma hwe wo Asantehene wo hwe anwo so amamu aba anya mu amma wanne amfa wo to berebere amda asase so a menni abosom na wo Asante mantam menni wo mso. He emom wiase se nyame anka onim se nipa hu meboa ena asie no Asantehene ba bedu Ghana obema obi holding accountable hwan obi a onkan sem Ghana court bia na ne animu na ne ope na ode ne tumi a wo ne ye obi a na himfie ye nka mra ye ka tumi enti se mra no klase a wo se won fa mra no wabu mra no so wonde ode di tumi na ye adwuma wo Asantehene a mesi suro no Asantehene na edikan no wonder say na danfo na Akufo-Addo ma wo se nkofo twere wa Akufo-Addo ya na danfo Akufo-Addo to me copy America president for my betwem one more speech and na ode ba bekenkan wono ne de e wo Ghana de kire citizens but not spectators. This country is going to prove it and move it forward by our deeds and working assiduously. We are going to achieve tremendously. Said George Bush, Clinton, Obama, kika nyina bom no be speech.
A nation may possess an impressive constitution and yet experience poor governance. It may hold regular elections and still fail to provide justice, security, education, healthcare, and meaningful participation for substantial sections of its population. Institutions do not operate in a moral vacuum. They operate within cultures, habits, expectations, and systems of social obligation. Law is indispensable, but law alone cannot create a good society. A constitution may determine what a public official is permitted to do, but culture helps determine what society believes a responsible leader ought to do. A court may punish corruption after the offense has occurred. Still, society must also cultivate the moral conviction that public resources are held in trust and must not be treated as private property. A judicial decision may determine the legal rights of parties to a dispute, but judgment alone does not always restore damaged relationships within families and communities. Governance, therefore, requires more than institutional machinery. It requires legitimacy, trust, moral restraint, memory, and shared expectations, as well as citizens and leaders who understand that rights are inseparable from obligations and that power is inseparable from responsibility. Traditional African political systems understood this relationship between authority and moral.
Tradition. No, I be ni krom se ni krom te sen. Ewurade ni eja wajo. And traditional. Ukro mo te say o gegentwie Asantehene ukro mo te say a traditional no wo yonkwa be odi nukro aboa na no oh we see from now nama wo hwa kwa ho toli na wo de wadwen ba be si ukro mo ebini na woti mu no bola na wisi mu no ebi na ko hu ye no tiana traditional na tradition
moral obligation in ways that deserve serious academic attention. Leadership was rarely conceived merely as the possession of unrestricted power. The ruler was expected to protect the community.
Mama said, Yvonne Prempeh, I say, I'm very angry listening to this speech. Very, very angry.
Justice, preserve the land, defend the vulnerable, and maintain the people's inheritance.
Sure.
Authority was therefore accompanied by responsibility, and that principle remains relevant to our modern world. Power, separated from responsibility, becomes dangerous. Authority, separated from accountability, eventually loses legitimacy.
Wow.
Leadership that seeks privilege without accepting obligation weakens the institution from which that privilege derives.
Sure.
Permit me in this respect to draw upon the Asante constitutional tradition. Asante political system is sometimes misunderstood by those who encounter only its visible manifestations: the golden stool, the royal umbrellas, the drums, the gold ornaments, the linquets as they stand here, the swords, the procession, and the great ceremonies of state. These symbols are important because they are the visible language through which memory and authority are communicated.
Sure.
Beneath the splendor lies a sophisticated philosophy of political responsibility.
Sure.
The golden stool is not the private property of the Asantehene. It represents the unity, identity, historical continuity, and collective spirit of Asanteman. The Asantehene is therefore not the owner of the nation, but its custodian, and that distinction is fundamental. The occupant of the golden stool receives an inheritance that existed before him, and which must endure after him. He holds authority temporarily, but he holds the people's heritage in trust. The land, institutions, memories, and moral obligations associated with the stool cannot legitimately be reduced to the personal interest of the individual who occupies it.
Hey! Everybody. Hey! And in some phone pass and you know can and ready. Aye. Yedi dwumadi ne hye won sasa wo yesantene ne ade a won kwantumi nyina ho nye ne wo pe na mfa enrechi ho ntumi yede ba ntumi enye na abra wo so wo ye ne wo kan ho asem wo ade a wo kan ho asem sisi ayi wo ye ho ade chat GTP no GPT chat GPT speech
Because from this perspective, leadership is a form of trusteeship. The idea of trusteeship contains an important lesson for all systems of governance. We hold office temporarily. We inherit institutions from those who came before us. And although we exercise authority in the present, our decisions affect people who are not yet born.
And the Asantehene say the decision be o taking in nane ne wo ye ne bia no e be affect wo mo ye nyan wo mpo kwaku dia ye kan ye ja say na papa itie Asantehene nye uko preaching nura nyina ade a wode ya asantefo no na esanse wakoda wo ho adi se ase we ni papa na jamama mo papa de ububu asantinti mesi asante abosom asante nsuo asante nwia asante nete asante asase asante adukrom asante mepo ni nyina no me wabrabo ne wasefo boy chat GPT yankwai.
The leader who consumes everything for the advantage of the present generation has misunderstood the nature of stewardship. This principle has particular agency in an age of environmental degradation, uncontrolled exploitation of natural resources, and political decision-making dominated by short-term considerations. We did not create the rivers, forests, land, and ecological systems.
Whatever
our authority may be today, particular agency in an age of environmental degradation, uncontrolled exploitation of natural resources, and political decision-making dominated by short-term considerations. We did not create the rivers, forests, land, and ecological systems that sustain us. We inherited them. And whatever our authority may be today, we have no moral right to destroy the inheritance of generations unborn.
Muntie bia mu wi ana maba betre madwene.
Traditional governments also reminds us.
Enti wo mo amoti woni de anim se jama akwa no adwuma wo bo wan hwe china kora bebere beba kumase china wo mo nyaka plane kro mbe fra ba besia ko wo mo ba wo mo benu omu se han enipa bu befu se han se kwase asema wo ba kekan se ni kura ni ana ne ote ye ni wo mo nim no omo mra na me fa video nkire wo mo wote fa ko na wo kom na wo kope ni pakura kum no kwai.
Traditional governance also reminds us that legitimate authority requires consultation. Our people say tikron kwejina, meaning that one head does not constitute a council. And we also say nyansen ni onipa ba kuchim, meaning that wisdom does not reside in the head of one person alone. These are not merely attractive proverbs, they communicate a political philosophy. Now, Santihe exercises authority through an established order of chiefs, queen mothers, elders, linguists, and recognized customary officers. Matters are considered, evidence may be heard, historical precedent may be recalled. Different perspectives may be presented, and decisions are shaped by consultation and concern for communal harmony. Consultation does not mean that leadership has no authority, nor does listening diminish the dignity of the leader. The leader who refuses to hear contrary opinion eventually becomes imprisoned by those who tell him only what he wishes to hear. Responsible leadership must therefore create room for difficult truth. The modern world sometimes equates decisiveness with refusing consultation, but our ancestors understood differently. They knew that the strength of a decision may depend upon the quality of deliberation that precedes it. This does not mean that traditional institutions should be romanticized, because no institution, traditional, political, religious, or academic, is beyond criticism or reform. And antiquity alone does not confer moral perfection. Traditional authority must justify its continuing relevance through service. A chief who is concerned only with ceremony, privileges, titles, and public honor gradually diminishes the institution he represents.
Abuja, Mote. I'm sorry. I have some butcher on same
time, a traditional ruler who listens to his people, protects community resources, promotes education, mediates conflict, assists the vulnerable, and responds to contemporary challenges, strengthens both tradition and society. Traditional leadership in the 21st century cannot therefore be limited to festivals and ceremonial occasions. It must be capable of responding to educational inequality, unemployment, environmental degradation, land disputes, public...
You have something in it? Now when I try to hear them. Hey, I can say more.
Differently. They knew that the strength of a decision may depend upon the quality of deliberation that precedes it. This does not mean that traditional institutions should be romanticized, because no institution, traditional, political, religious, or academic, is beyond criticism or reform. And antiquity alone does not confer moral perfection. Traditional authority must justify its continuing relevance through service. A chief who is concerned only with ceremony, privileges, titles, and public honor gradually diminishes the institution he represents. At the same time, a traditional ruler who listens to his people, protects community resources, promotes education, mediates conflict, assists the vulnerable, and responds to contemporary challenges strengthens both tradition and society. Traditional leadership in the 21st century cannot therefore be limited to festivals and ceremonial occasions. It must be capable of responding to educational inequality, unemployment, environmental degradation, land disputes, public health emergencies, community conflict, and the anxieties of young people. The palace must remain a guardian of memory, but it must also become a workshop for the future. This requires traditional institutions themselves to accept reform. Because tradition must never become a shield behind which injustice, corruption, exploitation, or arbitrary authority are protected. The dignity of women and children must be defended. Young people must be heard. Persons with disabilities must not be marginalized. Community resources must be managed responsibly. Land administration must be transparent. Succession and customary processes must be conducted with integrity. The proper defense of tradition is therefore not an insistence that nothing should ever change, but the
Samati. Kasi Bachelor Wadwin, me and the may react to video no. May react from 13, we are 15 minutes exactly. May react from 13 minutes no. From the 13th minute no. About BC 15, which means 2 minutes on. Now, I say, are you surprised? Now, me surprised me then. Traditionally, that the ni say o ye ketase mu aniema so ni so say yan sase so o makwan me criticize no o moral criticism so wo bi kan wa asema ye nkoku no obi pe nsupa kekekura wo bo odi kekekura ye nkoku no Howard University, you guys are disgrace. Didn't you do your investigations, your underground and background check about this man? Who invited this man over there? I am asking, just a humble question. Who the hell had the guts to invite this useless criminal, killer, unaccountable, the most fucking man on earth? This useless man, who invited him? Who brought him there? Who? Howard University, you guys are disgrace to humankind. You guys are disgrace. Now, I see Howard University as a trash. There's nothing sensible you are doing over there. If you can invite this useless man to give him the chance to lie to the public, talk as if he is an angel, you don't know this man, then I have to tell you. Harvard University, listen, this man is the most notorious. If you don't know, you can't criticize him. He is unaccountable, very, very, very selfish, destroying water bodies, our forest reserves. No one can speak and challenge his authority. When he speaks, That's final. His people are like slaves. Even speaking for the betterment of Asantehman, of the Asantehman, he sent his notorious criminal killers to come after you, if you don't know. This man is a horror man. If you don't know horror, he is a horror man. Horror. Criminal. Killer. He is a killer. There are a lot of videos. He himself was just proclaiming that they are killers. They kill people for living. They kill. Useless man like this. I wonder who gave him that invitation. How about Howard University or whatever you call yourselves? You guys are disgrace. Useless. Me am react tonight. You be fan 1 and yes see me pon no. So adwen nipa o ma Sunday you know me fa o mo ne yenko. Was Santehene na akasa no ti apon twire bedin. Santehene na eba no. Ane akuya Boateng ana akusia. Akusia Boateng na wote say me chia pa Henry Jan. Henry Jan fi me chia won so. Me nuanom bi ni mo ha ma me ko form tentem ne enko pa mu kan so ha. Otubo o wote say. Otubo vlogs. Pa mu kan yenko.
Yeah, King David.
Yes, pa mu kan.
Yeah, me cheche wa wona wait funya. Asamba da Harvard for no. Oma no kwan mo be obe expose na akasa no ho.
Omo man kwan man ne ba be expose ono ane ho.
Yes,
because
someone look na.
Mo.
Emu de adana la ye no.
Mo.
Na akasa re oleka no.
Mo.
Se bi no keken a na nke bi Asantefunu be obesu na abo.
Mo.
But na akasa aka no. Wa me bialo otie kese ni bialo do kwa adwudwun mu.
O ba dwene ho ahunu se enti se sei na sesa wo ye mayen e na wo ye contrary to that.
Enti wo wa na egu no egu edomu. Tata.
Wa na egu no che do ma hena wo wanim sa praku nsu anyansa.
We can make me am akwan mo akasa bebre because of say we are one of the useless animals in you know. Yam found to be na later. Yam fenyansa for mom kasa. Pa mo kan for anusie.
Enti no mama Kenya me dey. Sabi wa edwa no do mfu a eyin wo o ka den.
Enwere nwo.
Enti no na kasa na akodo mfu ebialo baba bo hwa asem nim de bo de na asam no ne o akaka no ne moye no ombebra. Enti kaka mekan.
Medase Mamenfa Lion brem ne enko.
David, metia.
Mejo so pa.
David, wedun kunim. Asema o kan e no na obegina o kan. Wonyame na ache no no wakani na trodo. Na wedun. Asoni na ne say oma na platform sa university phone. Oma sa kwasechi ahwe. Ho na obo hu say wonka no kore.
Mo.
I don't blame in an Oma Mokot now, tea, Asantini, the Abedi Watum, the Ambechaneka.
Mo
Asantini, because Omohina dio matamo.
Mo
Omohina dio matem. Would dio matem direct.
Mo.
Miss what's me, Bob, baby, Miss repeat one man. Miss hey. Somewhere on the cake, what's your call Yacobono? Mo, what about this? Yacobono.
Mo.
David, meaning punk and drum call come make us a marriage in Sabusano question.
Mo.
Mistake to obey a minimum can drum call Hoko regime in Sabusano question. Because Odike asked the same question and they are talking. Hi, America, hi, Ghana. Koto no bit tonight.
Mo.
Oh, David, wedun kunim.
Medase.
Asantini bi ababa ha ba be di watem bia de be ye no. De be ye no. Wo de obedi watem anu a me ya sepa me odwan bi be dimi. Want me from the time. Me say o di atem na wanya but o bisa the logic question. Want na answer ba ko pese. Answer ba ko pese o. Me te kemu say na wo di atem na odi o. Bra yi bisa question. Ono kura ne bu fi o bisa question. Man answer, won't you man answer. Wo di ani di atem. David Yamisha or Yaminya okay.
Shediam pontum kwandem. Amen lion.
Yaminya kwasia phone if you fanka.
Amen.
But unim baba kakran obese dunkunim clear black and white.
Mate, me that's it.
Enu ya baba no na no na de kan yo, enyo no kan yo.
Enyo na kan.
No de kan. Enyo no kan.
Mo.
Enyo won kan he.
Mo.
Hwe no ayeti ho.
Me that's it.
Papa, you were a stupid man.
Inshallah.
Stupid man.
Very, very stupid. Me that's it. Me that's it, Papa. Ko kansem we abra wunye mu ba akokra wo mfere. Wogina ho kasa nanti wo motiti ojoli ya hyeda unim sa hemafo me ne wo kasa manso nkwanta hemati obi o ababa afefefe no. Ya hyeda frefre mu bia mra na mo mehya yi wo no ma ni ba do za na ko. Na otubo amba chojina so na taman bodi no na wa yi renti no. Haje bi on yanko Haje Daniel. Okay. Otubo kasana miwia menfa and I. Otubo otumenka anto first.
Hello.
Otubo yanko otumenka.
Oyin otumenka.
Mete wonka pa. Asa wontumenka.
Oh, okay. Oyin. Yeah, mete wonka say M7 line and say
Wadaruma ya na okasana wati Hawaii.
I also make a big gaga.
Yanko.
Which I know a team for.
Yeah, Joso.
With the Oyin won what team for in Kumo. Eti as the form of content now on GCC no omo I no say yo no indeed omo jini na atum ana still na no mo santehene enko so nya de o ye no ana se ano me se so o me party this thing aseme no mbeka ana abrofo na omo nti a o mbechirichiri
omo ti ba
se ana FM station ni TV station ya come anu atuma so omo enka empense ni nsem nu
me dase
ana ade no nyame be you to ana emre ni do ana emre na du
mo
this generation one way na one hwe na wanye wasede a wani bi gu ase sana akoye
mo
sisi afons na aye common dete omu wi boys ni adare no boys no fine omu so timi nya time do no mu ni nyansa ni timi nya time steady no se do na ampa disia asantefo no ene ye mpanifo ni nyina na ya gbo apo wo school mu saa na e die wie school
mo
ubebu sa hwe aye ntimi nye hwe practical knowledge bi ni ho
mo
do na apo no mabwa na ye de agi certificate ni na ye nyina na ye die wie eno enti no man no nhwe ye nya bi ye ntimi nya bibia wo hene
mo
engineers o mako school ewa amanone a o maba ene chese obi obeye na adwen so beye bia no na nanom ne ministers ene politicians do mo wagim o mo di sikase mo didi o manim nipa o wonim dia obesua na o amanone ko pese oba ekrom oba efie na oba babeye ejapade na oba beye na o training Ghana for no kra no like obi eno no ma waye wele no because you say no obi ehun se o manim aguase ana social media sa be expose o munti ensembe no mbeka echiri
mo
sisi ensem a wakan nyina no undi so ewo ukru enti ede be na ye se wo ba na obetwa ntro kire broni no esese ni sei ana wahinye no echire o se ne ba na wa ba school no ne ba na wa pega na ba school no ne ba no na akonya ba this kind of traditional ways you know or ask what exposing wo hono ana chese ya fro keke ebe kaka bo se asantefo de beba ba betu e ho se ena ye pa ahemfu nyina no ya Fredo ma ahene ono ne frɛ wo de so wa wo se o mo de ba enso nsem ma o ka ye no ondi so enti exposition ye de in fact asantefo ye ni mo aguasi
wa gu ya ni masisisuro
yenhwe na yenkyerɛkyerɛ mu nkodwi na yenhwe se sana asante hene edi ni mu a ebe ya me de warm up akoma sesia my de me I will be paid and so me try say me de me it in fact sad pa say sa no ma we nyina sika wa boka any sika ya gye a ye de ho ano a ye na kwa kusi wa wakasa nyina no is sad say nyina ni papa no enso ye ndi papa ni nsi why it be ni ye na hai ye ni papa na e wo se ye no enso ye sika ni nyina wo ye nchen o sika ni nyina wo ye nchen wo hene ye hia bibia bia mu sika ni nyina wo de susu apa se sika ye wo enne asantimam ye ni farm so wo de ohene for any two form farms do do say na wa asantimam a wo de ensase wo nyina no ye ndua fie o anka ye wa asantihene farms asantiman farms a ya fifa boys o do mu e wo kejeti ane omo ne nam yikra na ye do mu eye adwuma wo ya toka kese form anopa bia mo ko enwumre e do mo ba na ama boys yi entimi omo nya adwuma nyei enti nka en create employment na ensa mfa ennuane mba ya santimam eni asantimam ya dodo na asese omo nni ano ennuaba no na omo tonton ma ya na yesa ton ya re ma ya ye ho nti sad ye ni papa na ye nya ya ye jejeje
me da se
yetim ana ye se ahokire ana ye de be twa ye ho ahia de a na omo endide na omo ye nipa sen hwan compared to you no enemy no omo ye nipa sen wo do mo nipa ban no sen ya ye nyina ye pe nti ye nhye pa ma ye ho a ye betene mu ahoto
mo
ahase no obedide o busa so ya santini a festival no ye nyina na ya asantiman ya wo se ye celebrate o no celebrate o de wen o hwe o de o TV so enso ya santini this year e wo senke ye ni wo ye krom na nke ye invite ama no nefo na nka mo ba na nka mo ye nyamfa so anka gadi anka be ba the celebration ase no anka obi a benya kakra ase no ho na ye nyina no ye tumpon wa abrabom na wonkwa wa sori ene wabusua ene wa wofo akwa celebrate a na mfaso ni so nti ohene de mi do besia na obi so abam.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ohene, good evening.
Mbacho, you are out. Memfa, why? Me pesa ye ba yan respect ye nyina ho. Nya afi na me ba ba kire ye nyina kwan ye befa so aye. Ma fa ni panel line, me boldin no akasa. Wo ba ya na obi o mic. E na wo ba de twen na wo ba tan wo dwon so. Me sra me page so me mie mu ma mu nyinam. E na wo so wo meye ne wo pe. Oba tie ni host no me de ani dia ma obi ama mo obi time kasa asa wo rush too much enti wo no oye biem ka anya dem anya de se me fa wo okra so nsan need ni kokoko twire din hye ho ye fra wo Paul ye fra wo Kwasi ye fra wo Hwan oba afi de me fa why anto first mo akwa ba want to say
ohene nyame adom wo me ho ye pa na aso e
ba cho me ho ye pa wo 1 minute enko
ohene ene me ra ko kese pa na ni nyinti amera ho anye bibia o Ghana youth ni ya Jimmy he ye ko form ye sinke ko form Ghana ye bufa so ye wu amfaso ni su nyina ye mpanfo wi ni ma
yo
onya free Ghana no onya wuroma monone a ne kasa ye different
mo
onya free monone no onya beduru Ghana
mo
kwasi akasa nko a
we kire ye president for no omukwaje bosia ne omuko hu mpanfo a wa monone na ne omukwaye o
wahu sena etie
mo
wore fa na se o free Ghana ba yo be bobo sinyanka wahu anode nko de abeji o obeduru Ghana na wa abedi hwe nsema papa ne kan ya de besi ayarefo nyina so me hwe Ghana ayarefo de wi ayarefo si sofa
papa we
ye wo man kura na ofuro ya common hwiche obetre nkura no yentimi nto mfa ma no
abena good
obe pare to ase na wabetena kwan ho asere sisika
mo
yempanfo ntimi mfi no ne papa wi aka besi ayarefo so me bawo okaya kansase ne nsu a yewo Ghana nyina ni kuro nsase tisen ye tu galanse afiri wuram aba besi kuro
abewura fie kumase fie
asante atemagogo me suku dan ho ayi ba akufo ado asi agenda 111 je tu hu nyina galanse ohu ye ya sensua abodie nyankopon dia to kwa ma oman no ya se ni nyina atoko eni tinsem a woka enti se meka se youth of Ghana no ye na ya Jimmy a
ane udi kapa udi ka ya fasia ya basi aba mbere ntino fa si ya mo aha ho nkasa kasi bi wate
Mati o hene o.
me dase bebre nana mbacha oto asoma me wi amemfa nanan yenko na ma first do nanan you ready mbacha nanan yanko wi as do nto asoma me
Ene David.
yes sir
Ajo ma.
Yaado na what is saying
Ame no mbai wo ho ye pa.
e den ame ase
David me ka kiro se ye de osu nipa mienza Africa.
aha
Africa bedan.
that's it
Africa bedan. Nga wiase be de. Na nipa nde wase. Kwa kudia nne wa mama se oyo pataku no wa kuura asandefo ndwan be mu. No o dibawu. Pa ndi oba mde wa se we sana ba ndi be kan se yo program bia obeka na brofum ho aso biza okwa ke wanga na asandemu o kama ba hu so ni papa okotra ni mahia ho a ese okan brofo okokama ba hu so ni papa ndi so fada bi se 2 hours pona also kan brofum sa
menyere me wan ye sada ne de ti amennom no English ti amennom no na mbetnasia esemoni
sa ndi akwaye o ni pafun pa ndi odi e wo beba ye twon
ye be sanamba
ye hu vai o alechi andongan ye hu vai ndi msro anbra
mate mpa ni ahode ni hianda se pa diva prisi aka Cape Queen acha me $20 twede amponton kwanam no nhira wate sane odwene me ho eti bua me dwumadie ne de mesra nkwatentene nyinchere ede ma wate ebesi wiye wani beje wate ugusu nyine kona urade mma wasundwie wo fie wo pa amo wanyinyi bebre me bompa ese me mitiu me da se pa ezo me nua na ho tesen ene what is asante ne speech no
ma tepa se me na me tiwa na obone speech no na ye mesere na ya no se ya payfo no ya na me ntia se burofunu no montio se senyo because oka mu we ya ansa wo kwa kujira wo kan nti no I think nema bu oyi film woni wo kan I say
o pesa woni yin 17 film na ba da man speech na ye de as though
no when you ngwase nsomo kan yenye ngwase what you want to galamse no obejina say you protect water bodies you protect your land what to galamse ni suba nyina te se kufado
pepe na danfo no no
se kufado no wonder say
na danfo no
yeah because obeka sem onwa ni se no kan obo aba to bejina ho aka obi ba ya obedi do mahina te just asante for the do mahina ya omo night mail
ai
opo ya ni omo profile do mahina ho asa wo ya ye kai do mahina ko jina ba bia nkwa asante ni bidini ba be dina tem
ono akofa na ne ma ba o build ni kuro
no ba branch wonya bi o mi nya so kura se mi nya so obenya bi ansa o san kwase sika o ya asante hina se ni se do mahini na enye seske o ya o di be bibia madomafo on ko se no
me ka
se o ba bibia kwasi de wo ai US ense hunu sa chese chese Africa nyame ni mia etoda na mira ko se ni bibini o etoda pa de ba ko a misre nyame pa se se ewu ko bo wiase bi ma o ma me nye bibini
nyawo
too much. Too much.
Me da se.
Etoda na ma fere.
O ba fere o.
Asemu ya wujina ho kan. Na se aba furu so mo ya research o.
Wo mu ni.
Almost speech ni so bi kula for the phone. Obi for the phone na wo Google o hwese ne kuma sete.
Mo.
Na wo be jira kika o ya bi se ni bo wu.
O mu da. We are trouble.
Last na mi kosi ni kosi boni bi o airport ana bi say me feel am so me feel Ghana na yo ye president me bo president ni di wa Google president president ne papa school ne papa call ye school president tese bibia yes I Ghana your population your bibia your resources say wo ni nyina within 5 minutes no o keke ni nyina me kra me fro kra na me ni so say enti me wu gyina ho ka no obe nipa be gugu obi o ni Ghana oni Asante a wo to wo ye we ai na Asante no obe gugu ahwese ni Asante tie nsase maso ni nyina obe hu na obe gyina keka we ya o me be bu so we nipa enti no me de before mo before how pa minim se Nyankopon bobro nsama o to na firi soro no obeto Africa enu de ya na sade no I'm here to ask asofo na ya almost say nyameto bonsam ba wiase no me pa asofo na bi so almost oto bonsam no Africa no bonsam beto ya na because niam ayi nyina to say bonsam se ben ko a ye mpayin fo gini enkura adwena say how
me da say what time aso
yeah media
what time
aso me o de me ye we me from back door
me da say pa afimo tete
Ohini baako pɛ.
Papa, mechiao.
Meji osu ho. Ohini, wan say odin no, the problem dey nam. Ebi mo see omu yo ohini. Enti omu ti odin na it's like you are fighting with them for their position. That's where the problem is coming from.
Okay.
Papa Way wants to take the position of Otumfuo or see your ohini. Or your ohini wo hin.
Okay, obitime send me a message medium me say wo kra wo say your hena wani je o hena na da so no na nyi Otumfuo
asemo ohini mpacho enti Otumfuo na ogina ho na all kind speech
Otumfuo ono
AI
Messi wono anye AI wono anro asema okokan e no Washington what they saying Maryland no right
Bible see that shall not lie. Meaning say oko and then
Anglican. Oh yeah, Anglican.
Oko Anglican.
Aye.
And to me, Coach now can say we should protect our water bodies. Meanwhile, Uti Kumasi, you know, say all the water bodies are down. Ohini Debia Okan Otumfuo asem no Debia, I have a reservation about you. But ene Otumfuo ankasa ayini tu.
Yo.
Why was Asante to me be?
Dabi oba de no
wa. Omunti brofo no because Otumfuo kan brofo no unso omunti brofo no o kan ntino. Omo aka omo anatum. Omo train so beba be ye yo. Mo. Brofo na o kan omunti ase ni unse no omuntumi yawo. Omo ajawo.
Ai.
Otumfuo pa unim ene na medwin ho Accra ayefi Kumasi ayefi unim ene America sa no se ohun ye nkofo ba ye we onye Asantini oya Igbeni tete oya Igbeni tete ya Igbeni who told you say me ya Igbeni for your information kwasi afona mugu ono me nya Igbeni o I won't tell you where I'm coming from but me nya Igbeni Ubedi akwestidaya na wafa plane na wakwa abrochi you are the master of the slave trade
Uko kasa omonso no mo se kira no mboafu wonim se wedema yakoka se slave trade na Asantefo so ka ho bima yeto enye tonwa na oton yi
enu no ye no every year bia akwestidaya no so Otumfuo ahye kaki pioto na wa full play okohin okakodi akwestidaya
aje kaki pioto
papa we sesi a ochan Akufo Addo oyini onim se me ka Otumfuo asema na me yiri buefu sisi oni ohini akoye baako na mo yi out na me say madam me yen yi ya Otumfuo
ye ka no
yo ye na ye ka ho asem
yo kaki pioto man
Wako sheka keep you to one brofo okika. So you'll be obeka ni kro mukasa, but because he wants to lie to the world, you or can brofo. We have to protect the children. Mbacho onim children bi a wo Kumasi ye protect you mo. Nkrofo ye contribution say ye di kwa kosiesie hospital. Papa ye hwe nyame anim watena sika ni so.
Wedi
Uka asantifo ni si mema ye nka because ohini your broni onya asantini. Said your who ye feni ntino omu wenim kra na omu buefu. Asantini otufo hwe wenim no hwe ni mo
me
na we so ya asantini debi ohini entina debi omuka se onya asantini na ofri doma no mbacho doma abrofofo na egu ho
debi
wa hu fe no kojo echi kan wa hu fe no kika wa hu fe ni kika
kwaku
ya tumfo awu manko a anka ye pe bi ma wo e ma wo wi ni di
anka me kwa wi ni di trolo me pa me bibi kwa ni wi di
wi ni di trolo me na fa ye infanti ye ka
ne ya wo abrofo ni bi agu ni fi ho ama ya sesa wo mo hye
enu anu no me si nyame nhira wo
amen
de bia me bompa me si nyame nhira wo
amen
Kwame Nkrumah the same thing Kwame Nkrumah be ye ohini enu na wo ye no
mo.
This is how they fought the man till he died. They lied about him everywhere around the world. Say Kwame Nkrumah nye, Kwame, the same thing they are doing to you. Or any David onye, or any David onye, munkuno, munchino. Nyami be chia mukaba kubaku. Amenya bemi. Or any next time bebano. Mayenko
Accra. Mate.
Mayenko Accra. Because now that for you tumfo.
Mate.
Said Accra ayefino. Sana Kumasi ayefi. Ohini.
Mate.
Because two people are friends.
Mate.
President Mahama ti Accra. And find who because on the Greater Accra or somewhere else. Accra ni ayefi. Mayen fire omu.
Me dase ye besi ya hia bi mu ate nko de soso ama mi ame awrade ma okoti munya den ho no me papa fa se o ma me haje mo akwa ba ho de sen haje okay ana mdi dwumade nyina besie nyame ya adoma kakra metra hese metumi ase aba bi ma why nti mo amfa we si ama bere medam ase. See you later. I love you. Bye-bye.